Hey everyone, Greenbeard here. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my first MLB 9 Innings 22 video. Today, I thought I would do a general overview of my team, show you the guys, show you what I'm working on, show you what the plan is, and then talk a little bit about what I've got coming up in a video toward the end of the week that'll probably drop around Friday. As you can see, I'm a Phillies team, lifelong Phillies fan. I don't see too many Phillies teams in this game too often. So, I thought there was a unique opportunity to sort of show off this specific sort of team. All right, so let's just dive right in. This is my team. I'm gonna start. I'll go around the horn, show you each card, show you their stats, their train, their skills. For most of these cards, they're not great. I know what I need to work on. I'll mention that briefly. Also, I'll talk a little bit about when I got each card. I've been playing this game now for a while. 2018 or so is when I started this team, but I sort of dropped it for a while. But I came back this fall, and I'm really glad to be getting back into it. So I'm playing catch up a little bit with the Black Diamond and the extra special training. A lot of these cards you'll see aren't special trained, but we'll dive in. So starting with the catcher, we got this JT20, really good card. He's got a great sig. I'd love this sig if I could pull it one day. Not a great train. 18 to the right side's too much. I'd like to see power 1, I2 on him. Slugger batting machine prediction actually does really well for me. So if I can get him special trained to level 6, I think getting those 2 to diamond skills will really help. In prediction 3, I think I should be okay. Let me know if I should reskill him and get prediction up to 6 and batting machine, drop that to 4. Right now, slugger batting machine's pretty good, but I'd be open to reskilling. He doesn't have a high average. He hits a lot of extra base hits, but not a huge average. So let me know. This Michael Franco was my first SIG card. I have him at DH because he's got not the best speed and field. Pretty average batting stats across the board, but not a bad grade increase to him. Again, train is too high to the right side. This was really the best train at the time. I wasn't really grinding the game when I got the card, so didn't really know how to do it. Slugger prediction actually works pretty well for him. Pretty high average, hits a lot of home runs. He's a pretty good card for me. Thank God they brought back the Ryan Howard Prime. This card is insane. A little bit low contact, but 87 power, 76 eye. Look at that grade increase, man. That's insane, especially with the 90 from the Black Diamond. I'm really happy with his train, too. 12 to the right side, 18 power. I wish the 14 was in contact, so that would be the second stat for special training rather than the third. But I'm not too fussed about it, especially when you see the skills I got on him. I rolled a 3-3 set with Pioneer. I got Spotlight and Slugger recently with the blues and greens. This dude is a monster card for me. He's going to be on my team forever. I'm so happy with him. Cesar Hernandez, he was my second SIG. Slugger charisma actually works really well. High average, hits a fair amount of home runs considering what his power stat is. But as you can see, also need a retrain. Probably my next guy to retrain, try to get that power up, drop the fielding, doesn't need that much to field. And I think he's going to be a really good staple for me. Somewhere down the line, not in the immediate future because this skill set works really well, I'd like to get Barrel It Up on him. At third base, we have Alec Baum. Not a great SIG. Got him from the exclusive SIG pack. Wasn't super happy when I got it because I already had Michael Franco, which meant that one of them had to be at DH. And he also has low power and eye, which means I had to end up with this wonky train. 14 to the right side, 19 power, 15 eye. Only 9 to contact, but contact will be the third stat in special training. So whenever I'm able to get him special trained, the statting should look a little bit better than it does right now. He should have a lot more power and eye than he currently does. And, he's got a little bit more fielding and I think the same speed as the Franco card. So with both of them in the lineup, I'll just throw him at third because he's got better fielding. Ace Specialist is useless on a Sig. Slugger Instinct is okay, which is why I've got this set leveled up, so he needs a reskill. Alan Tremble. I pulled this legend yesterday from the Diamond Vintage pack in the store you can get for stars. Insane card, especially considering that Freddie Galvis and the DD20 card are the only really good Philly shortstops. Galvis's problem is that he's got such high speed, such high field, which is why really the only reason that his overall is so high. And without him being a Sig, he's really not a long-term option for me. I'd rather have him on the bench. Didi's a pretty good card, pretty good batting stats. Also would prefer his Sig. I haven't finished his train because I don't have the amp tickets I need to get I to 2 and contact 3 with power staying at 1. I can do it. I can do it with the way this distribution works, but I don't have the amp ticket. So I'll finish him off eventually, but right now he's going to stay on my bench because I've got this Tremble card. Prediction barreled up table setter. I've got him in the leadoff spot in my batting lineup right now. We'll see how it goes, especially I need to level up those skills. But look, just awesome card. Awesome card. Fairly high speed too. I think once I get batter's chemistry and get him to Black Diamond, he'll be my next project to get the Black Diamond. The barrel it up bonus should be pretty consistent for him. He'll have enough speed and contact that with batter's chemistry, I don't think even last boss level 8 will drop him below 100 or 102, whatever the stat needs to be. So he will be a long-term project, but even so, I'm really happy with him. 16, 15, 14, only 12 to the right side. Really good train. The skills are okay for now, so I'm happy with him. Really excited that I pulled this card. Super lucky. My first legend. Let's go. Greg Lizinski is my left fielder. Look at those stats. Insane. Almost the Ryan Howard level in the grade increase in the base stats. I love this card. I wish he had a Sig. If he did, I would immediately Sig change him if they ever release that Sig change again. Not great skill, spotlight professional. I'd like to get charisma on him. I'd like to get slugger on him. So we'll work on his skills. But 13 to the right side. Awesome train. Really happy. Power 1, I2, contact 3. Contact a little bit low, but I'm okay with it with the way this card is right now. Aaron Altair, 17. Not a great card. I have him in center because he's got the highest speed and fielding of my outfielders right now, which isn't saying much. If you look, I've got Greg Lizinski and Rhys Hoskins in the outfield, so I don't have a very good defensive outfield. But Altair, this is his Sig year, so potentially if I have a glutton of Sig change tickets, I might Sig change him at some point, but not worried about it. Training Junkie Slugger is okay. Need to retrain him, as you can see. Rhys Hoskins, I pulled this Sig 2 years ago, I believe, and it was one of the reasons I left the game, because those base stats, I was so upset that I couldn't pull a better year, because he had, at the time, 2 really good years that were way better than this one. I wasn't happy about it. The grade increase is okay, but the basic contact and eye stats are so low. The only really good thing about this card is that he has the versatility to play the outfield and first base, so depending if I ever get a better outfield card or a first base card, I can swap him around depending on what I need. Needs a retrain like all my players and needs better skills. That's sort of par for the course. We'll move on to the pitchers now. As you can see, I have 3 Sigs. 2 of them are starting pitchers. My starting rotation is coming along pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it. Love this Nola card. I got him from an off-season Sig pack in off-season 2019. So right after this season. It wasn't a team select. I just randomly got lucky and pulled this card, and I'm really glad that I did. Look at, great 74 base overall. He's the best Philly starting pitcher, tied with his 2020 card and Zach Wheeler 21. Really good card. I'm happy with the train. Stamina's a little high. He's trained for Dom though, which is what he had. So he doesn't have Dom anymore because I got him some Black Diamond skills, but he's trained for Dom. If I ever land finesse in this last slot, then I'll retrain him. I'd like to retrain him for finesse. I think he'll do a little bit better with finesse if I get that as a third for him. Co-op boss actually works really well for him, raising all your own stats, and with boss at level 8, I think that's a really good card, but also just a gorgeous card. Cole Hamels, I use the Sig change ticket on him because he's not in the game right now, and he's trying to bounce around and come back, but I'm not sure how much longer he's got in the tank. I just got him to Black Diamond a few days ago, so he still needs to get special training level 9 and 10. So that's in the works. But once he does, I'll probably take boss to 8. Finesse will stay at 7. I'd like to try to roll some good Black Diamond skills on him, though. Legend skills, because boss finesse gets hit around more than I thought it would in ranked and club. So even then, awesome. I'm so happy with the train I got on him. Only 3 to stamina, 18 to location, 16 to velo, and I still got break to be 3. So I'm really happy with this card, especially gorgeous as Black Diamond. I got Cliff Lee from the Wish Player pack because he's one of the few normal cards that would have helped out my team that doesn't have a Sig gear. He's trained right now for Dom, which is really not great. I was able to get the Dom training on him, though, because he is Dom Inning Eater, but he needs new skills, and ideally I think Finesse would function better on him. But his stats are really tough to make either work, so we'll have to see. Vince Velasquez, 16, his best year, his Sig year. Not a great train, as you can see. Untouchable Boss isn't doing great for me, and his stamina just isn't high enough for Inning Eater to be a really good third skill right now. So somewhere down the line, I'll want to reskill him, but as I'll show you in a little bit, he's soon to be my 5th starter, so I'm not too worried about it at the moment. Eichhoff is currently my 5th. Not his best year, not a very good year. Boss Mess, old meta, not great right now. Not a good train. I was trying to use development redistribution tickets, and this is what I got, which is not very good for him. He was my go-to number 1 for a while, so it'll be sad to see him leave the rotation, but it's time to move on. He's not a very good card. Ken Giles, one of my 2 setup men, his best year, really good card. Also a Sig year. He's out of the game right now, so if he never pitches again, if I'm not able to pull his Sig, if he doesn't come back, he's a candidate for a Sig change ticket as well. Also needs a retrain, but not a terrible train. Winning streak, pitching machine mess. The reason I left winning streak at 3 is because as a setup man, he'll be coming to the game, and we won't always have the lead, so I wanted to see if Mess pitching machine did better. He's all right for me. Let me know if I should use a skill reset, take winning streak to 6. I don't know, maybe drop Mess to 3. It's not a great skill on a reliever because you don't want runners on base, but I need to reskill him, but for now I'm going to leave him. Genmar Gomez, terrible card, but one of my first relievers. Boss setup man is the reason he's still in the setup role, but God, that velocity is so low. Both the base stat, the train, the grade increase. I need a better card to get him out of my lineup, but I just have had no luck with reliever skills, so for now, he's staying. Neris, not his best year. He has much better years, 2 better years. Dom, Giant Crusher pitching machine, has been okay. He's hot and cold. Sometimes he'll lock it down, and sometimes he'll get blown up. As you can see, 62 base, not a great year. Not a great train. I'm not fussed with the train, though, because he's not a great card for me. And I really hope I can pull his 19 card, or even his 19 Sig. Coonrod really also just a placeholder. Better base than the Neris, but no skills. And I just needed to get someone in my lineup for the set deck effect. So really, I need to get him replaced or fully leveled up and trained up and better skilled. Right now, he's blowing games for me out the wazoo. Pavetta's really only here because he's a higher base relief pitcher who I'm never going to use as a setup man or a closer. So with that 64 base and the grade increase, I figured I'd just throw a random train on him, get him trained up, and get him in my lineup as a long reliever to up my overall. And then the Blake Parker Sig, I got him from the free Sig and grade increase that they gave out at the end of November for the, that whole debacle where they were banning players. Not a great card, only a 64 base, but he is a SIG. Pretty good grade increase. Really even across the board. As you can see, the train is all over the place. Only 4 stamina is good, but 12 velocity isn't great. But then 20 location is a lot. And the reason for that is because he's got finesse setup man, and I really wanted that extra finesse bonus. So now that he's special trained up to level 8, he gets the finesse bonus, and he's been really pretty much a lockdown closer for me, so I'm really happy with this card. Maybe I blue ticket this bronze to get him last boss or winning streak. I think that would make the card better, but for now, I've got bigger fish to fry, as you can see. So I'll show you some of the stuff that's in the works. Specifically, yeah, you can see there I've got Tremble as the leadoff hitter for me with Barrel It Up and Table Setter. We'll see if that works. So got a couple other Philly players on the bench here. So through a random SIG pack, or random SIG combo rather, I got lucky enough to pull this Jake Arrieta 18 SIG. I'm waiting for the off-season GI, which I'm going to get tomorrow, so I can take him up. Not a great train, so I may actually retrain him before I put him in my lineup, but we'll also have to see what skills we get on him. Not a great card, again, 69 base, but a SIG is a SIG, and he will perform much, much better for me than this Eichhoff card. Eichhoff is just too low a base and is just not. He's not it. So, with that in mind, grade increase coming tomorrow, I'm going to want to try to special train him up at least to 6 if I can get a good skill set on him. And then I'll be able to put him in my lineup and move Cliff Lee and Vince Velasquez over 1. I think that'll really help in club, and it'll really help in ranked. Got a couple guys here that I'm thinking about slotting in as relief pitchers. Obviously, this Conor Brogdon's a team card, 64 base, so he's better than Coonrod. He's better than Genmar Gomez. Winning streak mess doesn't really do anything for me as a skill set on a reliever, though, so he probably would still be better than Coonrod, though. So, I'll take a look, see what I can do with him. Probably a replacement for Coonrod going forward. And then this is the other question I wanted to ask you guys. As you can see right now, I don't have any non-team cards with the legend counting towards set deck. So I don't have any non-team cards. What do you think about me throwing this Drew Pomeranz into my bullpen? Surprisingly, really good card. Really good. Grade increase is low, but the base stats are really good. And he came with Dom pitcher, last boss, power pitcher. So right there, this card is going to be, he would be super easy to get a Dom training because it's already there. I might potentially even be able to get him a location 1, velocity 2 train, fastball 3, and still maintain the Dom bonus, which would be really good, but I would need the cards to level him up. But the skills are already there, which makes me wonder if, this is a card worth developing. So, if you've got any thoughts on whether or not I should throw him in the lineup, leave a comment down below, and that can be a project that I work on really to help shore up that bullpen. So, the other thing to show you all is sort of the big disappointment of the year so far for me is I duped the Team Select SIG on the exact same Rhys Hoskins. Not another year. I might actually consider putting another year in over this year if I were to pull his 18 or 19 card, but I pulled the exact same Rhys Hoskins card. I'm so upset about this. I wish I had pulled a better year for him, or literally any other batter, a shortstop, a Bryce Harper, a JT. I could use any of those cards. The only positions I don't need right now are shortstop, first base, not shortstop, third base, second base, first base. I need a catcher, shortstop, outfield, any of those. And as you can see, with everything I've got coming up, my pitching rotation is going to be pretty good, so I'm not super fussed unless I could get a bullpen arm. But with the amount of years Nola has, I stand a better chance at not duping by going batter on my next couple of team select SIGs. And hopefully we'll be able to fill out, replace Altair in the lineup, get, a better outfield.
So, I also wanted to show you guys Mentor, where I am with that. Um, I'm pretty close to capping it out. I'm not there yet. As you can see, I'm level 16. I need to get to level 17, but getting 3 pitchers with 105 break is really tough. A lot of the pitchers in this game have much higher fastball, and it's not easy. I've got a couple guys who I can train up to get 105, but I'm going to need a couple more of their dupes to upgrade them, and then I can train them up. I haven't had much luck on that. I don't quite have the silver and gold skills leveled up. I've got 3 or 4 of each of them, so I'm close on those. Pull a couple more cards in the pack opening tomorrow or on Friday, and then I can throw those in the lineup, get those leveled up. I'm going to nerf Win Streak, and I believe Charisma are the 2 that I plan on nerfing. Still got to get that level 17 breaking ball training, and that's going to be tough. But, we're working our way. For the final level, for the franchise pitcher, franchise batter, I'm going to go pitcher. I only have 3 pitchers, SIG pitchers in my team rather than the four or five, I believe, that I have for batter. But pitching wins these games, and those extra stats to my to my starters and to my closing Blake Parker, it's just gonna really help my team overall, I think. So I have those pitchers already. Those are my backups, so I'm ready to go whenever I'm able to get to mentor level 20. For rank training, I'll show you. It's not looking great. Um, level 2, level 1, level 1, level 6, level 4, 4. None of them are super high. Because I'm so close and pitcher muscle training is the only pitcher rank training, my next set of rank coins are going to go to finishing that off. And then I'll start working up these batter skills, and then, I'll finish off with the fielding skills later. But I'm close, but it's still going to be a little bit not quite there yet. So, finally, to the last part of this video is the pack opening I've got coming up. My goal, I think, is to release that on Friday. I get the grade increase ticket tomorrow, so I think we'll have all of this ready to go come Friday. 20 alts, 2 golds, 16 team selects. I'll do a diamond pack. I want to save a team select and a diamond pack for the Clubcraft, couple vintage, premium vintage, a bunch of different random premium packs, and then 73 premiums, 50 silvers. We'll be opening all those up. Off stream, I'll probably also open all these intermediates and all the basic packs, and I'll throw them into special training, but don't need to show you guys that. That's gonna be long and tedious, but I'll probably be doing that on the side. We have a grade increase reset just in case Arrieta comes with a low grade increase. We'll throw the premium skill change onto Cole Hamill's, and then we'll skill change Arrieta, and we'll go from there if we're able to actually land Arrieta a good set. I'm not fully convinced we will, but, that's there in case. And, if we're able to get Hamill's a Black Diamond skill, I got a couple of these Skill Protect change tickets left over. And then the rest is all special training material. Only a couple Black Diamond pieces, I know. Also just Black Diamond Hamill. So we're back to square one, and eventually we'll get Tremble up to Black Diamond, and I think that'll also really help the team. I think that's everything I have for you for now, though. Hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're interested in watching my team grow and develop as we go. I know I'm having a great time. I hope you guys will be too. It's really been a lot of fun. If you have any comments about those bullpen pitchers that I mentioned, any of the skill sets or trains that I was talking about, what order I should do things in, who I should train first, leave a couple comments down in the comment section. My goal is going to be to try to respond to anything that I can. Have a conversation with you guys down there too. So, let me know if you like the content. give the video a thumbs up so I know that it's worth making more videos coming up. So have a great day. Peace.